What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52. Just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word. And hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, and you might be a fan of the Cleveland Browns, the Saints, or whoever, hit the subscribe button anyway. Hit the like button anyway. Because we talk football, period, up in here, baby. But anyway, I'm here with y'all today. I got a mailbag question from my man, Nolan Ferris, from the hometown. Shout out to Nolan, man. He a Saints fan. And he wanted to know who is my top 5 quarterbacks so far in the season. And y'all might not agree with my top 5, but at the same time, opinions are like you know what. So if you feel like your top 5 is better, or you got a better top 5, drop it down in the comment section. Let it be known, man. But anyway, I'm gonna start off with number 5, and at number 5 I got Dak Prescott. And I know Dak Prescott. A lot of folks don't care for Dak Prescott and all that, but if you look at what this man is doing, especially compared to what he was doing last year, look at him, look at his numbers, and look what he's doing this year. Man, Dak playing some pretty good doggone football, man. He lead the NFL in yards. He been having, like, week in, week out, some of the best QBRs in NFL this year. He got 21 touchdowns. He got 9 interceptions. You know, he throwing it most, so he gonna turn the ball over. But I mean, Dak just having a pretty good season, man. 8.8 yards per attempt. And man, the improvement. I mean, the 2 most improved quarterbacks in the NFL this year has to be Lamar and Dak. And I'm talking about from a throwing standpoint. Like, they have improved so much. Like, you could tell that they didn't spend they vacation months vacationing. They've been out working. Especially, man, I mean, but me personally, I'm a Mississippi Bulls dog fan, and I knew Dak was going to be like that because Dak was like that in college. I mean, his freshman year coming to Mississippi State, we didn't even let the man throw the ball. If it was 4th and 1 or 4th and goal and stuff like that, we'll send him on the field and let him run it. But we never let him throw it in Mississippi State his freshman year. And he went to Louisiana, worked hard, came back, and he was throwing it. And he improved year by year by year. Just like somebody that, you know, as far as not the running standpoint, but as far as improving what they passing, that sounds just like Lamar in his college days. I mean, first year was there, but the second year he just same. It sounded like the same things. But I got Dak at number 5. Dak playing some pretty good football. Defense need to pick it up. O-line need to run block a little bit better, and Zeke got to get back running. Man, Zeke running like he in Cabo still. So anyway, Dak at number 5. Number 4, and a lot of people ain't talking about this man that much this year because he's having a sneaky, quiet, good season. But at the same time, it's still a good season. Aaron Rodgers, the bad man. He's still a bad man, y'all. He's still the boogeyman in the NFC North. He's still Aaron Rodgers. You can't sleep on this man right here. It might be quiet and silent and seem like he's not doing stuff like that because they kind of playing in a different way. And all the attention kind of going towards Aaron Jones and Zadarius Smith and the other Smith guy on the defensive side of the ball. But you got to look at these numbers, man. 2,718 yards passing. He got 17 touchdown passes to 2 interceptions. He has only thrown 2 interceptions. That's how you win football games. That's how you become 8-2. Because he's protecting that ball and he's getting it in the end zone. He's doing his job. And you got to remember this. He playing on a new offensive coordinator, LaFleur. And another thing, I don't think they opened that playbook all the way up. I don't think they did it yet. He do got 2 fumble losses. That's probably to 2 sack fumbles. He got a rushing touchdown. But I got A-Rod at number 4, man. He having a sneaky good season. I mean, it was just like last year where everybody was kind of like, man, A-Rod so not looking like A-Rod, but he was having a good season. It's kind of like with the LeBron James factor as far as with A-Rod, man. A good season, okay season for A-Rod would probably be a great season for somebody else. Because his standards are so high. Aaron Rodgers' standards is so high. Just like with LeBron. I mean, if you looked at it in basketball, LeBron, for a good little period, probably had MVP every year. But, you know, his standards are so high, and it's such the norm that it's not looked at as like, wow, he's really just doing great. So, same thing with Aaron Rodgers, man. Number 4, the bad man. Number 3, Patty Mahomes, man. How could you say Pat Mahomes is not in the top 5? I mean, he missed like 2 games, but hey, he missed 2 games, y'all. Well, he done played in 9 games so far. He has 2,808 yards, 8.7 per attempt, 19 touchdowns, 2 INTs, man, 141 rushing, 2 fumble losses. I mean, the fact that this man has missed this many games, and he missed 2 games, and he has like pretty much like yards wise, he's right there with Russell Wilson and even past Lamar, the 2 MVP front runners. So you got to have this man in the top 5. And before he got hurt, he was the front runner. I mean, Pat Mahomes was playing out of this world. He had a rough game last game where it seemed like if anybody else played quarterback besides Phillip Rivers for the Chargers, that the Chiefs would have lost their game. But, I mean, you still got to have this man in the top 5. Pat Mahomes been playing some good doggone football. He had that one but, I mean, he coming off an injury too. But I'm not worried about Pat, like, not playing good for the rest of the season. I mean, he going to go out there and ball, man. The man only played 9 games, and he got 2,808 yards, man. Only 2 INTs, man. Aaron Rodgers and Patty got only 2 INTs, man. That's crazy. That's how you play winning football. This how you protect. I mean, you can't lose when you're protecting the football like that, unless your defense is just terrible, like Kansas City defense. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, number 2. Now I'm gonna tell you, number 2 and number 1, you know who the last 2 guys is. It's Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. And I honestly, like, seriously, when I look closer to their stat lines and stuff like that, I honestly can't even pick a 2 and a 1. I can't. I really, like, that's the honest truth, man. I can't pick a 2 and a 1 between the 2. I believe Lamar is the front runner for most valuable player, but just because you're the most valuable player don't mean that you're the best quarterback. That just means that your value to the team is the most, like, you have the most value to your team. You know what I'm saying? Even though I believe Russell has an equal amount of value to his team, because if you take Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens, then what is the Baltimore Ravens? Probably 4-5, just like we was last year with Flacco. You take Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks, and what is the Seattle Seahawks? They probably picking the first pick of the draft next year. I'm just being real. These dudes, both these guys are having 2 magical seasons. I mean, both of them having a magical season. I'm gonna break it down to you and explain why I can't really pick a 2 and a 1 between these 2. It's just a tie. Y'all drop it down in the comments and tell me how y'all feel. If Lamar should be number 1, then let me know if Lamar should be number 1. If Russell should be number 1, y'all let me know Russell should be number 1 and explain why. But I'm gonna put it right here, man. That Russell and Lamar, each pretty much, if you put their passing yards and rushing yards together, both of them are like at 3,000 total yards on offense. Both of them at 3,000 yards total offense. Russell has 26 total touchdowns. Lamar has 25 total touchdowns. Russell is passing at 8.4 yards per attempt. Lamar is passing at 8.1 yards per attempt. Lamar got 5 turnovers. Russell has 3 turnovers. 2 INTs and a fumble. All of Lamar turnovers is interception. And if you look at the Steelers game, I know at least one of them shouldn't have been an interception. That Devin Bush interception. So, man, these guys, when you look at their stat line, it's like tick for tack, man. I mean, the Russell completion percentage is 68.5, and Lamar completion percentage is 66.3, man. These guys is having like an amazing season. And I know some people going to be like, but we talking about quarterback. Why you putting rushing yards and blah, blah, blah. In this generation, in this time of NFL, in this time of football, we are in the duo threat quarterback generation, man. I mean, It's just look around the league, man. The league is evolving, so you have to add the rushing yards to the equation. Especially when the two top quarterbacks are scramblers, you gotta add the rushing yards to the equation. So I can't really choose between the two. If I probably, truth be told, I probably pick Lamar just on the simple fact that Lamar went to his house and beat him. So I give Russell at 2 and I put Lamar at 1, just because Lamar went to his house and beat him and outplayed him. But man, if you go look, listen to the stat lines I just told you. Y'all go back and look, man. These dudes is having it's closer than people think. Of course, Lamar's the media darling right now because he does it in such a exciting fashion. But if you just look at the numbers, man, it's closer than what people think. People that's just saying Lamar just flat out number 1. It's closer than everybody think, man. Both of these guys have the total of 3,000 plus total yards. Touchdown, Lamar 1 touchdown away from Russell. Their turnovers are close. Their percentage is close. Their yards per attempt is close. Man, I just can't wait to see how it play out, man. Honestly. But anyway, that's my top 5 right there, man. 5, Dak Prescott. 4, Aaron Rodgers. 3, Patty, my homeboy. I'm going to say 2, Russell Wilson, and 1, Lamar Jackson. And I'm only saying Lamar Jackson over Russell Wilson because Lamar went to his house and beat him. And you just got to respect it. On the head-to-head, you got to respect it. Quarterback is the only position where they just talk about with head-to-head. So, head-to-head, I'll ride with Lamar on it. But anyway, that's my top 5, man. If y'all don't agree with my top 5, y'all drop it in the comment section. Shout out to Nolan for the question. To answer Nolan's question, because Nolan is a Saints fan. He a diehard Saints fan. He a big time Saints fan. I'm gonna have to put him on. I'm gonna have to get him on my girl D Capri page. She a YouTube and she love the Saints. The reason why I don't have Drew Brees in the top 5 is because Drew Brees only played 5 or 6 games. That's the only reason. I'm sure if Drew Brees played a whole season or most of the season so far, he would be in my top 5 because Drew Brees is great. Drew Brees is one of the greatest to ever do it. Man went like 5, 6 seasons throwing 3,000 yards. That's very hard to do. He is only like number 1 in passing yards and stuff like that. The dude is a monster out there, but he haven't played all season. So if quarterbacks was injured for most of the season and all that already puts them out of the situation and stuff like that. I'm not going strictly off skill set or asset. I'm going off what happened this year. I'm not going off the past. I'm going off what happened this year so far and who looking the best this year so far. So that's how I came up with my top 5. But anyway, shout out to Nolan, man. Shout out to the Saints fans too, man. I'm from Mississippi. It's a lot of Saints down there. But anyway, I got my Cash App information down there in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, help the channel grow, man, be my guest. Hey, shout out to everybody that done donated before. But anyway, y'all hit me up on Instagram, what's the B word 52. Y'all hit me up on Facebook, what's the B word. Hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. If y'all want y'all question answered on the mailbag question, all you gotta do is shoot me an inbox. Shoot me an inbox, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna shout you out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna post it and give you my answer, man. But anyway, I'm finna get ready to go to the gym. I know y'all be like, man, this man goes to the gym a lot. I gotta get to the gym. Finna get ready to hit this weight. So anyway, Flock, I love you. My subscribers, I love y'all. And I'm out.